guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm gonna do something just a little bit different. I'm gonna tell you about my experience going through the motions with these hair extensions that I have. Officially matches my hair color. So my extensions are finally dyed to my hair color, which was not easy. This is my natural hair color, the one that I have right now, obviously. So I've gone through like brown hair, black hair, blonde, been through it all. And the last time I got my hair, my own hair, not my extensions, dyed to my roots, I had wine red hair color, and my roots grew out to about here. I went to Aveda and I was like, hey, I just want you to dye from here downwards to match my roots, because I don't want my hair to be any more damaged or any more processed. I just want to work on like caring for my hair and rebuilding it basically. And they're like, okay, cool, we'll do that. So they did. Aveda took my hair and they literally made my ends downwards, that was a dark burgundy wine red, matched my root hair color, like spot on. And I was like, Aveda is bomb. Aveda is life. Preach Aveda. And so I decided to, you know, get hair extensions later on down the road. They started out Honey Spice Ombre, and I'll put the link to the video of me unboxing them and kind of talking about them and whatnot if you want to see more into detail about them. But yeah, so they were Honey Spice Ombre, so that means they were just a little bit like brownish at the top, and then they were blonde at the bottom, which is what I wanted because my roots are darker than my ends. My ends have more blonde in them, and I just wanted to get some of my red brought through the ends of the blonde of the extensions, because I have so much blonde in my ends that it would blend perfectly. That's what I wanted. So I go to Aveda because I'm like, Aveda is life. Aveda does amazing hair color. Aveda does nothing wrong. Nothing wrong. And so I take it, you know, my extensions to them, and I'm like, so I made an appointment with, let's just call him Larry. So I made an appointment with Larry, and Larry come up to me and he's like, come sit down in my chair, we're gonna talk about what hair color you want, blah blah blah. And I'm like, I'm getting my hair extensions dyed, so we're not touching, you know, this, but we're gonna be touching this. And so I pulled out my hair extensions, and he's like, oh, okay, well, let me go talk to a manager first, because I don't even know if we can do that. And so he runs off, and I'm thinking, well, that's fucking weird, because I called to make this appointment and I said I wanted to get my hair extensions dyed, and they were clip-ins, and I was gonna bring them in, and they were like, yeah, sure, we can do that. And so, flash forward, he's like, I don't know if we can do that, so let me just ask, because I don't think we can. And he like runs off, and I'm like, does he even work here? Does Larry even work here? Larry comes back like 7 minutes later, maybe 10, me just scrolling through Insta, and he walks up and he's like, you know what? We can. And I'm like, bingo, I knew that. So then he's like, okay, so what do you want to do with these hair extensions? And I'm like, well, you can see my hair color, and you can see the extension hair color, and it's not my hair color. That's what I want to do today. And then we both did a little chuckle and, you know, had a great moment. And then I was like, so you can see all the blonde, and then you see how it's like ombre, and he looked at it like, yeah, that's ombre. That's not gonna do anything for your hair. And I was like, so I got the ombre one because the top part, even though it's brown and it doesn't have my red and like golden tones in it, it actually blends in okay with my roots. Like, you can't see where they are, it doesn't really matter, so I don't need to touch that part. But the ends from, you know, where the brown stops downwards, where it's all blonde, that's the only part I want to touch in color. and I just want to bring in some of my warmth and golden tones of the red and bring that through the ends of the hair. And he was like, okay, so do you want to like dye like all of it, like, and just bring in a bunch of like warmth? And I was like, no, I just want to dye the ends of the hair. He said something like, oh, so you want to you're saying that the top part matches, so you just want to bring that through the ends. And I was like, no, like the top part is okay for my roots, but it does not match at all the ends of my hair, because my ends are a lot more blonde and a lot more golden and a lot more vibrant. I just want to add some of my copper tones into the ends, the blondes of the hair, because I think that would match since my ends have a lot of blonde. And he's like, okay, great. I'm gonna go get a paper, I'm gonna, you know, write this up, and then just come back here with the paper and you can sign and agree, and then, you know, we can talk about when you're gonna drop off the extensions and stuff. And I was like, okay, awesome, cool, go do that, Larry. Not really, but I was like, okay, that sounds great, cool, thumbs up, Larry. So he comes back with the paper and he's like, okay, so what we're gonna do is just bring some warmth into the ends of your hair, add it kind of that, you know, copper tone into it, to kind of make it all blend throughout the hair color. And I was like, okay, so you think like blending a little bit of copper a little bit more upwards would also help with the roots? And he was like, yeah, for sure. And I was like, okay, cool, whatever you think works best, as long as we have, you know, that goldenness in it. And he was like, yeah, I'll definitely bring, you know, the warmth into it and stuff, and bring that redness into it. And I was like, cool. He was like, you don't even have to be here for me to dye the extensions. You can just leave them here and come and pick them up, say Tuesday. And I was like, okay, cool, Larry, I will pick them up on Tuesday. And he's like, okay, so for all of, you know, the stuff that we'll be doing to the extensions, it's gonna be about like 130. And I was like, you know what, that's cool. I was expecting it to be maybe like 70, 80, but 130, whatevs. I trust Aveda. They did a spot-on job with my color last time. Then again, it was a different person. But I trust Aveda as a whole. So 130 it is. Okay. So Tuesday comes around and I, you know, I go up there to pick up the extensions. And Larry comes out and he walks up with extensions, and I'm like, those can't be my extensions. And he walks up and sure enough, he's like, here's your extensions. And they're literally black gray. Like super dark ashy brown. Super dark ashy brown. So ashy, it looks like grandma wig. Like it looks like a Halloween grandma wig. I'm not shitting you. I didn't take a picture of it because I was so pissed. And I go, I'm looking at them and I'm like, do you think this is gonna match my hair color? And he goes, what do you mean? And I was like, I held up a clip and I picked up my hair and I held it next to it, and you could clearly see it was ashy gray brown next to my bright vibrant red golden hair. And I was like, do you think I'm gonna be able to wear these? He goes, right, so I know that it wasn't the color that we were hoping for, and it came out a little darker than expected. And I'm like, yeah, but you know, I did what we talked about. I brought the color at the top down through to the ends because you said that the top color really blended in with your hair color already. And I looked at him and I was like, you've got to be fucking kidding me. You've got to be fucking kidding me. You brought the top color down and thought it would blend? Bitch. I look at him and I said, no. I told you the top color blended with my roots okay enough that we wouldn't have to touch them. Nowhere did I say, bring that top and blend it down. I said to add my red as lowlights down through the blonde of the hair, so that way my hair would blend with it, because my hair already has enough blonde. What you did was took out all of the blonde and replaced it with dark brown ashy gray. I can't wear these. He was like, well, you know, after a wash or two, the color should definitely come out. All you have to do is just go home, shampoo them a couple of times, and it'll definitely lighten it up, and you'll have the tones that you want. And I'm like, are you sure? He was like, yeah, just go. Do you want to go home and think about it? And I was like, I'm one of the people that I hate conflict. I hate it with every fiber of my being. And so I was like, okay, if you're saying that the color is gonna come out after like 2 washes, okay, Larry, I will go home, Larry, and I will wash my hair extensions, Larry, and then, Larry, if it doesn't come out, I will call you, Larry. I went home, and on the drive home, I was looking at the extensions, and in the sunlight, it was even worse a color than it was in the store, to where it was literally grandma hair. It was grandma hair. So, in the car, I have like a little panic attack, and I call him and I go, okay, I need like a refund or something. Like, I'm going to, not only did I pay $130 for this hair color, but it's not my hair color, and I'm gonna have to use Color Oops on it, and I'm gonna have to re-dye it myself, and that's a lot of extra money that that I would need to even pay. So I need a refund. And he was like, well, no, I'm so sorry. I know it wasn't the color that we wanted, but if you want to just come back and drop it off, I promise to fix it. I'll definitely add those red tones in there for you, and I'll get it to what you want, I promise. Just like, I'd really love to fix this for you. I'm so sorry. And I was like, you know what? He feels bad. It's okay. I'll bring it back. I'll let him fix it. So I drive back to the store. I show up, and I'm like, sup, Larry? And he goes, hello. I'll take your extensions. I'm sorry about that. I'll get this fixed up for you. And I was like, okay, as long as you're gonna add those red tones, and you're gonna bring a lot more of that blonde back because it matched better before it was dyed. And he was like, okay, I'll do that. I'll definitely bring those blonde tones back, and I'll definitely add the red. And I was like, okay, great. That's all I want. All I want to do is wear these extensions. That's all I want. I go to pick them up. Larry walks out. Larry walks out with my extensions. Larry walks out with my extensions that are the same color, but a little bit lighter. And I go to Larry and I say, I thought you were gonna add blonde into these. And red. And make it like strawberry blonde. And he goes, oh, you wanted strawberry blonde? If you wanted strawberry blonde, I would have done a completely different processing. I would have, added way different tones I would have done a way different process. I can totally do that if you'd like me to do strawberry blonde, but I didn't know you were going for strawberry blonde. I look at him and I say, Larry, obviously we both know the end goal was for me to wear the hair extensions. You look at my hair color. This is my hair. Hang on. Would you not say this is strawberry blonde? Huh? Okay, when you look at my hair color, do you not think that it's strawberry blonde? Obviously the end goal is for me to wear the hair extensions. And he goes, right. And I'm like, I still can't wear these. It's the same color, it's just lighter. It's still very ashy. And I hold them up and I go, you can see all the ash in this hair color. It's literally like dark brown gray. Nowhere in here are there any signs of copper tones or warmth or goldenness, and he was like, well, you know, like I had brought in that color down from the top, and I go, Larry, again with bringing the top down, Larry? Really, Larry? Dear Lord, please forgive me for my sins. I look at Larry and I go, I need a refund. You've done this twice now, and I am still going to have to use color oops, and I'm still going to have to re-dye them myself, and I'm gonna have to spend a lot more money fixing the extensions than I, you know, started out with in the first place. And I'm not gonna pay $130 for hair color that isn't right, even 2 times after. And he goes, okay, I'm sorry, like, I can get it to where you want to go, though, if you want to give me another chance. And I was like, I'm sorry, Larry, like, I just want to wear the hair extensions. Can you please just give me a refund? So he says, I'm gonna talk to my manager and I'll find out. And he comes back and he's like, so we don't really do refunds, but I can give you $50 back on a gift card. And I'm thinking, $50. I paid $130 and you're gonna give me $50 back on a gift card. Okay. Won't put it back on my card, puts it on a gift card. Okay. So he gives me $50 on a gift card, and that sucks. But you gotta learn to pick and choose your battles, and I had already argued with him so much, and I felt uncomfortable, and I knew he felt uncomfortable, and I didn't want to ruin his day, because Larry was a nice guy, he was sweet, but Larry. And then I immediately go home, and I put the extensions in the sink, and I soak them in extremely hot water with some palm olive, which palm olive is basically like dish soap. And I let them sit in there for like an hour or so, because I read, you know, the longer the better for the hair color to come out. I was just done with the color. I wanted it out. It was ugly, it was ashy, and I needed it gone. So I soaked it in there for about an hour. Barely any of the color came out, but I guess it helped a little bit. Then I ran out to Ulta and I bought 3 box dyes. I bought 1 bleach highlight strip box dye. I bought 1 copper red and then 1 like fire red or something like that. I'll post the pictures of all the dyes that I used right now. And after that, it came out okay, but even though it was more red and it looked more like my hair color, it still was very off. Like the undertones of the color looked very different. It looked kind of like pink red. It wasn't golden red at all. So I talked to my friend who had dealt with a lot of hair color before. I'll call her Haley. And Haley said, get a box dye of golden blonde and do that all over the hair and it'll change the undertone. And I'm like, great, I'll do that. So I went home, bought the box dye of the golden undertone, and I did that all over the hair, and that's what brought me to this result. So it's been an extremely long journey. I think it's funny that I was able to do it myself without any, you know, degree of hair color dye or anything like that. And I should have just started with myself so I didn't have to waste money. But I was confident because I had dyed my hair extensions many times over and over before. So I knew I could do it. I was just scared. I thought a professional could do it better, but apparently not. They turned out pretty good, I think. But now you know. I hope you guys enjoyed that little rant, that little story. If you did, give it a thumbs up. Leave comments down below of any of your experiences from hairdressers or any like funny nightmares like that, because I love reading stories like that. Leave a comment for anything that you'd like to see maybe. If you want to see more videos of story times like this, that would be cool because I kind of like doing them. And I will see you next time. Bye.